Hello everyone! In this video, and the next one, I will show you what we managed to do during our 11-day trip to Iceland. I should mention that this is the second time we are visiting this wonderful land, so we didn't repeat some of the things we had already done. Iceland, an island located in the North Atlantic Ocean, is a fascinating land known for its unique and spectacular natural landscapes, such as volcanoes, geysers, waterfalls, lakes, and glaciers. It's a place that offers a unique and magical experience in every season. Before we start, I ask you to leave a like to support my work and subscribe to the channel. Every bit of appreciation helps me continue to create content like this. Our journey began at dawn on July 3rd with a flight of about 4 hours from Milan to Keflavik, Iceland's main airport. As soon as we landed, we rented a car and headed towards Reykjavik, the northernmost capital in the world, considering that Nuuk, which is further north, is part of Greenland, which is not yet a state. Our first stop was the Hallgrímskirkja, the Church of Hallgrímur, which is one of Iceland's most iconic structures. This Lutheran church, designed by architect Guðjón Samúelsson and built in 1986, is dedicated to Hallgrímur Pétursson, a 17th century Icelandic poet. It stands 74.5 meters tall, and its shape is inspired by the basalt columns typical of the Icelandic landscape. Climbing to the top, you can enjoy a spectacular panoramic view of the entire city. Next, we strolled through the centre of Reykjavik, where we discovered many places dedicated to food and culture. We then visited the Harpa, a concert hall and conference centre in Reykjavik, famous for its extraordinary modern architecture. The building, inaugurated in 2011, is clad in a honeycomb glass facade that reflects the colours of the sky and the sea. We continued with a walk along the waterfront, where we admired the ocean and the Solfar sculpture, also known as the Sun Voyager. This piece of modern art, created by Jón Gunnar Arnarsson, represents a Viking ship and symbolises discovery and exploration. We left Reykjavik and headed towards our first accommodation, the Stræti Apartments in Hveragerði. This small town, located about 45 kilometers southeast of Reykjavik, is known for its geothermal activity and is on the way to the famous Geysir area. It's the perfect starting point for exploring the Golden Circle, one of Iceland's most popular attractions. After a good night's sleep in Hveragerði, although it is always light at night since the sun sets around 11:30 p.m. and rises around 2:30 a.m., we set off for today's adventure. The second day took us along the famous Golden Circle, a route that includes some of the country's most spectacular natural wonders. First, we made a quick stop at a very special place, the Kerid volcanic crater, located about an hour's drive from Hveragerði. This crater, 55 meters deep, is filled with a lake of intense blue water, surrounded by reddish rock walls. Continuing on, we arrived at Geysir, the geothermal area that gave its name to all the geysers in the world. Located in the Hákarlalur Valley, this area is famous for its geothermal phenomena. The Great Geyser has been active for centuries and is now almost dormant. But the nearby Strókur is very active, shooting boiling water jets 20 to 30 meters high every 5 to 10 minutes. Our next stop was the majestic Gullfoss waterfall, one of Iceland's most iconic waterfalls. Also known as the Golden Waterfall, Gullfoss is located in the canyon of the Fita River. Gullfoss is one of the most impressive waterfalls in Europe, with an average flow rate of 140 cubic meters per second that can reach 2,000 cubic meters during the summer ice melt. The waterfall descends in 2 stages, the first of 11 meters and the second of 21 meters. The water flows turbulently and plunges into a narrow and deep canyon, creating an impressive curtain of spray and rainbows on sunny days. The water seems to disappear into the earth although it actually continues its course in a canyon 70 meters deep and about 2.5 kilometers long. Visiting Gullfoss is a multi-sensory experience. The deafening roar of the water, the cool mist rising from the waterfall, and the sight of nature's power in action. We then visited Þingvellir National Park, a place of great historical and geological importance. Here, in 930 AD, the Alþingi was founded, one of the oldest parliaments in the world. Thingvellir is situated in the rift between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates, making it a unique site where you can literally walk between two continents. This national park has been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site and offers a unique combination of natural beauty and historical significance. Before ending the day, after dinner, we visited Reynisfjara, one of Iceland's largest and best-known lava tunnels. Located about a 30-minute drive from Kerid, this tunnel, formed about 5,200 years ago during a volcanic eruption, extends for about 1,360 meters and offers a fascinating view of underground lava formations. During the evening visit, we were guided through the huge cavities and narrow passages of the tunnel, observing the various structures of solidified lava and the vivid colours due to the minerals present. The walls and ceiling of the tunnel are adorned with ice and stalactites, creating a unique natural spectacle. After this underground adventure, we returned to our apartment with our minds full of extraordinary images and a deeper understanding of Iceland's volcanic nature. Our first stop on the third day was Seljalandsfoss, one of Iceland's most famous waterfalls. This waterfall, with a drop of about 60 meters, is unique because you can walk behind the waterfall itself. A path allowed us to venture behind the curtain of water, offering us a spectacular perspective and an immersive experience between the rock and the water. Just a few minutes' walk away is Gullfoss, a hidden waterfall inside a narrow gorge. To reach it, we walked among the rocks and across a small stream. But the view of the waterfall cascading into an open cave was truly breathtaking. Continuing on, we reached Skógafoss, one of the largest waterfalls in the country, with a drop of 62 meters and a width of 25 meters. You can get very close to the base of the waterfall, where the water spray often creates beautiful rainbows. For lunch, we stopped at the Freyja Cafe at the Skógar Museum. This cafe, set in a cozy environment, offers a selection of local dishes and delicious desserts, perfect for recharging before continuing our journey. After lunch, we headed to the famous Reynisfjara beach, a black sand beach of volcanic origin, known for its towering basalt columns and sea caves. This beach is often included among the most beautiful in the world, and it's easy to see why. I've already talked about this beach in a previous video. We were lucky enough to spot a whale, some seals and dolphins, making our visit even more special. From Reynisfjara, you can also see Mið-Hvoll, a promontory characterised by a large natural rock arch. We spent the night at Mið-Hvoll cottages, located in Hofn. The evening was relaxing and pleasant, with a walk on the black sand beach, quietly admiring the majesty of nature. On the fourth day, we visited the Vestmannaeyjar, or Westman Islands, a volcanic archipelago located off the southern coast of Iceland. The main island, Hofn, is renowned for its volcanic landscapes and fascinating geological history. We climbed Helgafell. The ascent was challenging but rewarding, with spectacular panoramic views stretching across the island and beyond. Afterward, we visited the cliffs where numerous bird species nest, including the famous puffins. It was thrilling to see these charming birds in their natural habitat, observing them as they flew and dived into the sea. After a day of exploration and adventures, we returned to our accommodation, ready for another night of rest and to prepare for new discoveries the next day. We started the following day with an unforgettable experience: a horseback ride on the private beach of the guest house. The Icelandic horses, known for their sturdiness and sure-footedness, accompanied us along the coast, offering breathtaking views of the ocean and black sand beaches. It was a moment of connection with nature and pure relaxation, perfect for starting the day. Later in the morning, we set off towards Jokulsarlon, the famous glacial lagoon. This place is one of Iceland's most spectacular sights, with icebergs breaking off from the Jökull glacier and floating serenely in the lake. We took a tour of the lake on an amphibious vehicle, which allowed us to get close to the icebergs and seals that live in the area. The sight of icebergs of all shapes and sizes shimmering in the blue waters was absolutely magical. In the afternoon, we headed to Hofn, a coastal town famous for its lobster and views of the Jökull glacier. Here, we spent some time relaxing, strolling along the harbour, and savouring the tranquility of this charming locality. It was the perfect moment to rest and recharge. The day ended with our arrival at the Lon guest house, located in Þingvellir. This cosy accommodation, nestled in nature, offered us a tranquil place to rest after a day filled with emotions and adventures. Leaving the Lon guest house, we headed towards Hvalnes, home to another spectacular black sand beach and the picturesque Hvalnes lighthouse, which stands out against the wild landscape and the roaring ocean. We strolled along the beach, enjoying the contrast between the dark sand and the white waves crashing onto the shore. Continuing on, we stopped at Fauskasandur, another beach that offered us moments of peace and reflection. The untouched nature and the sound of the waves and wind enveloped us in an atmosphere of pure serenity. As we proceeded towards Egilsstaðir, we reached Gledivik, a unique place where sculptures representing eggs of various bird species can be found. These sculptures, created by Icelandic artist Sigurður Gudmundsson, are scattered along the coast and present a fascinating and unusual attraction. Each egg is carved from a different stone and represents a bird species that nests in Iceland, creating a unique artistic and educational experience. Our day concluded with our arrival at the Jokulsarlon guest house, a remote and isolated place that offered a perfect escape from the modern world. Surrounded by wild nature, we spent the night in total tranquility, reflecting on the wonders we had seen and preparing for the next adventures. We have come to the end of the 6th day of our journey. Meanwhile, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Continue following our journey. There are still many fascinating places to discover and stories to tell. Stay tuned for the second part of the video. See you next time. Bye.